Who am I, though?
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm Jalen Williams. There's your intro, by the way. I'm Jalen Williams. I play at Santa Clara University. I'm a junior. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. Lived in Chandler, Arizona my whole life, for the most part. I'm in the NBA 22 draft this year. So it was a pretty cool vibe. Wasn't a lot going on, honestly. Arizona's pretty chill. It's kind of like out here in Santa Barbara. Yeah, really hot. Made a couple lifelong friends out there. Yeah, overall good vibes. I really don't have anything to complain about. I think just being around it. I'm a big Kobe fan. I think I started watching Kobe super young, and that was kind of like my intro to it. Like my parents both played in the Air Force, so yeah, just stuff like that. I think I was just involved in it with an early age. I come from a basketball family.
Basketball to you the most?
No one. Yeah, like literally, yeah, just watch it. I think just watching it so much growing up, like unintentionally. Yeah.
Explain the process of getting out here, like to Santa Barbara. I mean, it's a big skip, but I mean, it's a big step towards where you want to be.
How did I get out here? Yeah, am I allowed to name drop people? Like,
Yeah.
okay, like yeah. So Bill Duffy hit me up, and Justin Haynes. They came to a lot of my games this year. If people don't know, Bill's an alumni at Santa Clara, so that's the connection there. I had a good year. Yeah, so I decided that I was going to test to do school and stuff like that while I'm doing this process. And yeah, long story short, obviously all the stuff that happens out here for pre-draft and stuff is out here. So I got to work out with Packy, who is from the Bay as well. So kind of a coincidental thing going on there. Oh yeah, Santa Clara. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed my experience. I love all my coaches, teammates. No bad review there. I was able to really grow as a player in person. Yeah, great vibe. It's honestly the same as out here. Really chill, good community of people. Made a lot of friends out there. So overall, great thing. I think it got me prepared for what I'm about to do next. So I enjoyed it. I mean, I think every college kid would probably say around the same thing. Like being able to go out on your own and just kind of have that whole freedom and independent vibe. I think that's pretty dope. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But obviously, like, you kind of miss out on certain things, like, hearing your parents call you to do certain things and chores and stuff like that. So you do miss home a little bit, but overall, it was really cool.
Are there any like standout dates or like time frames from Santa Clara that you want to bring up, like that were important to you, important to your journey?
I think committing to Santa Clara. So what was that? 2019? Oh no, it might have been 2018.
What were your offers?
My top three. I don't remember all my offers honestly, but my top three was UCSB. Ironically, I took 2 visits up here, Santa Clara and Hofstra University.
And what like made Santa Clara your school?
Well, Hofstra was too far, but I really did. They were really like a front runner for a while, but I think just overall distance for like going home and stuff would have been difficult. 2. Santa Clara's area is super nice and high academic school, and I just kind of went somewhere that I thought I would be able to play a ton, and I ended up starting my freshman year, so little things like that. I got along with the coaching staff really well, probably the best out of everybody, but UCSB was really good too. So it worked out well regardless. I don't think I'll be in the same position that I would have been, but ironically, like, we'll have our pro day at UCSB this year, so full circle there.
How do you think his like presence in the game impacted your journey in the basketball world?
I think his competitive nature kind of seeped into me, not on the same kind of level, but I don't know, just his drive and kind of what he stands for, I think probably inspires a lot of people. And then you kind of see in today's generation, like he's everybody's Michael Jordan now. Yeah, like he's able to even touch, the WNBA and people like that. So I think just for him to be able to kind of hit all the different kinds of sports on his mentality and stuff is huge. But Kobe's kind of like, he's an inspiration to the world now. Obviously, with his passing, it probably boosted that a lot more. But yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to appreciate while he was alive as well.
How did his passing affect you personally?
It's crazy. We were talking about this yesterday, right? Like I think it's just one of those things that like everybody's gonna remember where they were when it happened. But I mean, I'm just like the rest of the world. Like I'm a super fan, obviously, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are in the world. But it was devastating. And then like even just having to play. I think we played like 2 days after. Just having to play. Right after his passing, like it's almost like you don't want to do anything. And then for me, like that was kind of like the whole reason I even picked up a basketball. So for my kind of idol to be gone in that sense is something that I won't forget. But
And where were you when you like first initially got the news
I was in my dorm. It was like one of our first days off in a while. We had played like 4 games that week or 3 games that week. I finally was sleeping in, woke up to like 25, 30 missed calls and texts and stuff. And that's how I got the news. And we kind of know how that whole thing goes. But
So people knew that he was important to you around you?
yeah, 100%. Like, I got Kobe posters all in my room. And I got the Kobe tat on my leg. So I wear 24 at Santa Clara for 3 years. So
Knowing where you are now and where you're about to be, like do you think about that often?
I try not to. I mean, my mind drifts away to it, but I think it's important just to stay in the present moment. Looking to the future might get you caught up. So, but I mean, it is like to your point, it is exciting to, see, people that in your position that might, that you watch play in the NBA and you kind of want that to be you. So I do look forward to that, but I'm more of a present minded, just one day at a time, get there when I get there.
What do you want teams to see from you going into the next week?
Just how versatile I am. I mean, to be able to guard the 1 through the 4, respectively. And then offensively, I think this past year I handled the ball a lot. So just being able to play make and score and shoot the ball well, kind of just hit all different parts of the game, I think is super important. But overall, I think the most important thing is just how much I love, doing what I do, play basketball. So I think those are really important.
But yeah, YouTubers like reviewing your game and stuff like that. How do you handle that mentally? Because I know they could weigh heavy on the mind.
It's motivation for sure. Regardless if it's good or bad, I think it's motivation. But yeah, some of it's funny. Like some of it you can just only laugh at. But I really don't read a lot of my press clippings and stuff like that. It just kind of, I think it's important to kind of have social media, but also, kind of know when to turn it off and stuff. So yeah, but none of that really bothers me. And I don't get too wrapped into it. Oh yeah, for sure.
This camp?
Like, yeah, I think this camp kind of brings like a lot of it holds a lot of importance, like especially like for me and Jabari, who's my roommate. Like this moment will like never happen again for either of us. I mean, obviously we can get drafted to the same team, but like you really only go through pre-draft once or twice, and I think this is kind of like a bond, and I think everybody on our group will probably get drafted or do something related to that, and so we're all gonna be in the same kind of situation. And I think that's something that's kind of going to tie us forever. You know how they say the NBA is kind of like a brotherhood almost, like that. That's going to tie us in forever, I feel like. So we're definitely all kind of intertwined with each other now, but it's really cool that we all get along. We're all really cool. So that also does help.
There's a moment here that you'd like to pinpoint on being like of great significance to you. What would that be?
While I was here?
Yeah.
I don't want to speak too soon because obviously we'll still be out here for a little bit more. Like I think pro day will be really cool. I don't know. It could be honestly just like little stuff, like just us going to the movies the other day, or chilling in the crib, yelling at each other on Warzone. Like it's just a bunch of little, like waking up early to have to lift or go shoot with Pac in the morning. It's just honestly, it's just been a collective of like really cool stuff. Like we went out to UCSB to walk around, like the just like little stuff. I feel like we won't forget.
Yeah. How does it feel like going to Santa Clara? Maybe you expected the comparisons, like the Steve Nash comparisons. How do you feel about that now, and how did you feel about that in the beginning of your journey at Santa Clara?
He's like a legend there. Obviously, it's Steve Nash, and a little school like that like really will like cling on to him for probably forever, just because he's a Hall of Famer point guard. Everybody knows Steve Nash. I think it made it a little more of like a connection because I'm from Arizona, so like I kind of grew up around the Steve Nash buzz. Obviously, being a Kobe fan, like there was always that Phoenix Suns Lakers rivalry. But yeah, like obviously he's a legend there. So I think just wanting to kind of chase that legacy there, and then I have the potential to be the first person drafted since him, which was probably about, like, I think it was like 33 or 36 years ago in that time frame. So obviously it's like really important. But I didn't really have any expectations to be compared to that. I was just going out there trying to just compete and kind of be me, which overall worked out the best, I think.